chosen one, you're about to become a billionaire. Hear the signs, listen carefully with your heart open, because what is being revealed carries a gentle urgency that cannot be ignored. And if you allow these words to settle deeply within your spirit, you may begin to recognize that something beautiful and life-changing is already unfolding around you. There is a quiet shift happening, a divine movement that is not loud or forceful, yet it is powerful enough to reshape your future in ways your mind has not yet fully understood. There are blessings forming in silence, doors opening where there once were walls, and a path being prepared that leads not only to abundance, but to a purpose filled with meaning and peace. Type 333 to affirm. Within you, there is a stirring that feels both unfamiliar and deeply comforting at the same time, as if heaven itself has drawn near to remind you that your life is not ordinary and your journey is guided by love. In this moment, there is a gentle invitation to respond with faith, and if this is touching your heart in a real and meaningful way, take a moment to like this video as a quiet act of agreement with the goodness that is already on its way into your life. There is something important to understand about the kind of abundance that is being prepared for you, because it is not simply about wealth in the way the world describes it, but about a deeper, richer form of blessing that flows from the heart of God and carries peace, purpose, and lasting joy. The idea of becoming a billionaire in this spiritual sense is not limited to numbers or possessions, but it reflects a life overflowing with favor, opportunities, and the ability to bless others in ways that multiply goodness far beyond what can be measured. This kind of increase does not come suddenly without preparation, and it does not arrive without signs that gently point you toward what is coming. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you love God. One of the first signs is a growing sense of detachment from things that once felt very important, because your heart is being quietly reshaped to value what truly matters. And this change may feel confusing at times, but it is actually a sign of deep alignment with God's purpose for your life. You may notice that certain desires are fading, not because you are losing something, but because you are being prepared to receive something far greater that requires a different kind of heart. This transformation is not forced, and it happens slowly, like a sunrise that gently replaces the darkness without rushing or overwhelming the eyes. Type Amen if you believe. Another sign is the way challenges seem to increase just before a breakthrough, because there is often a refining process that strengthens your faith and teaches you to trust in ways you never thought possible. These moments are not meant to discourage you, even though they may feel heavy at times, because they are shaping you into someone who can carry the weight of greater blessings without losing balance or purpose. There is a quiet strength being built within you, and it is this strength that will allow you to stand firm when the blessings begin to flow more freely. You may also begin to notice small, unexpected moments of favor that seem too perfectly timed to be coincidences, and these moments are gentle reminders that God is actively involved in your life, guiding your steps and opening doors that no one else could open. These experiences may appear simple on the surface, yet they carry a deeper meaning that points to a larger plan unfolding behind the scenes. It is as if pieces of a puzzle are coming together one by one, forming a picture that will only be fully understood when the time is right. There is also a growing desire within you to give, to help, and to lift others up, even when you feel like you have very little to offer, and this is one of the most beautiful signs that your heart is aligning with the heart of Jesus Christ. True abundance always begins with a spirit of generosity, because it reflects the nature of God, who gives freely and loves without condition. This desire to bless others is not something to ignore or suppress, because it is a seed that will grow into something far greater than you can imagine. As you continue on this path, There is a quiet reassurance that you are not alone, even in moments when everything feels uncertain or unclear, because God is walking with you every step of the way, guiding you with a gentle hand and a loving presence that never leaves. There is a peace available to you that does not depend on circumstances, and this peace is a sign that you are moving in the right direction, even when the path is not fully visible. You are being prepared for something significant, something that will not only change your life, but also impact the lives of many others. And this preparation is happening in ways that may not always be obvious, yet they are deeply intentional and filled with love. There is a timing to everything, and the waiting you are experiencing is not empty or meaningless, but filled with purpose and growth that will reveal its value in time. Type 1111 to receive miracles. There is a growing sensitivity within you that allows you to notice things you once overlooked, such as the beauty in small moments, the meaning behind unexpected encounters, and the quiet presence of God in places where you once felt alone. This awareness is not something ordinary, because it reflects a heart that is becoming more aligned with the Spirit of Jesus Christ, who always moved with compassion, understanding, and a deep connection to the will of God. You are beginning to see beyond the surface of life, and this deeper vision is guiding you toward choices that carry long-term blessings rather than temporary satisfaction. Most people ignored this strange 7-second exercise when they first heard about it. That changed when stories began surfacing from people who had paid off debt, upgraded their lifestyles, purchased new homes, and experienced unexpected financial improvements. A recently surfaced CIA document points to an unusual brainwave process that is rapidly gaining attention online. Reports claim that 4 separate neuroscience research teams examined the method and found evidence that it may help shift mental patterns connected to wealth, opportunity, and personal success. Those who once struggled financially now say money seems to appear in ways they never anticipated. As interest grows, information about this method is becoming increasingly difficult to find. Click the link in the description and comments below to learn what everyone is talking about. At times, you may feel like you are being slowed down or even held back from moving forward as quickly as you desire. Yet this slowing is not a sign of delay or denial, but a form of protection and preparation that ensures everything arrives at the right moment and in the right way. God often works in ways that are gentle and precise, shaping circumstances so that when your time comes, you are not only ready to receive, but also ready to sustain what has been given. This process may test your patience, yet it is also strengthening your ability to trust without needing immediate answers or visible proof. Another sign that you are moving closer to this season of abundance is the way your perspective on success is changing, because it is no longer defined by comparison or external validation, but by a quiet sense of fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with God's purpose for your life. You are beginning to understand that true wealth is not measured by what you have, but by the peace you carry, the love you share, and the impact you make in the lives of others. This shift in perspective is preparing you to handle greater blessings with humility and wisdom, ensuring that your heart remains grounded even as your life expands. There is also a noticeable increase in moments where you feel guided to take small steps of faith, even when the outcome is not clear, and these steps are leading you toward opportunities that are perfectly aligned with your journey. These moments may feel simple, yet they are part of a larger pattern that is being woven together with care and intention. Each step you take in faith is opening a new door, and each door is leading you closer to a life that reflects the fullness of God's plan for you. You may also find that certain relationships are shifting, with some people becoming distant, while others appear in your life at just the right time. And this change is not something to fear or resist, because it is part of the alignment process that ensures you are surrounded by those who support your growth and encourage your faith. God often removes what no longer serves your purpose and brings in what is needed for your next season, and this transition, while sometimes uncomfortable, is always guided by love and wisdom. Type 999 if you trust Jesus. There is a deeper sense of peace that begins to settle within you, even in situations that would have once caused anxiety or confusion. And this peace is not something you create on your own, but something that is given as a sign that you are moving in the right direction. It is a quiet assurance that everything is unfolding as it should, even when you cannot see the full picture. This peace becomes a foundation that supports you through every challenge, allowing you to remain steady and hopeful regardless of what is happening around you. You are also beginning to recognize that your life carries a purpose that goes beyond your own personal success, because the blessings being prepared for you are meant to overflow into the lives of others, creating a ripple effect of goodness, kindness, and transformation. This understanding brings a sense of responsibility, yet it is not heavy or overwhelming, because it is accompanied by the grace and strength needed to carry it with ease and joy. As you move forward, there is a quiet invitation to continue trusting, even when the path feels uncertain, because the journey you are on is being guided with perfect care and attention. There is nothing accidental about where you are or where you are going, and every step you take is part of a larger story that is being written with love and intention. You are not behind, and you are not forgotten, because everything is unfolding in a way that will bring you into a place of abundance that is both meaningful and lasting. Type 2020 if you trust in God. There is a noticeable change in how you respond to situations that once disturbed your peace, because instead of reacting with fear or frustration, you are beginning to respond with patience and quiet confidence that everything will work together for your good. This shift is not accidental, and it is not something you forced into existence, but rather a sign that your heart is being aligned with the gentle strength that comes from trusting in God's plan. This kind of peace allows you to move through life without being shaken by every challenge, and it gives you the ability to remain steady, even when the world around you feels uncertain. You may also notice that your thoughts are becoming clearer, less crowded with worry, and more focused on what truly matters. And this clarity is creating space for new ideas, new directions, and new opportunities to enter your life. When your mind is no longer filled with constant doubt or confusion, it becomes easier to recognize the guidance that is being offered to you in subtle and meaningful ways. This clarity is not just about thinking differently, but about seeing your life from a higher perspective, where purpose becomes more visible and distractions lose their hold. There is also a growing sense that certain delays you experienced in the past were not meant to harm you, but to protect you from stepping into something before the right time had arrived. These delays may have felt discouraging when they happened, yet now there is a quiet understanding forming within you that they were part of a larger plan designed to position you for something greater. God often works through timing that may not always make sense in the moment, yet it reveals its wisdom when everything begins to come together in ways that could not have been planned by human effort alone. What if the ability to attract greater wealth has been inside your mind all along? Newly revealed CIA-related research describes a brief 7-second routine believed to activate a little-known mental state associated with abundance and achievement. According to reports, the technique was reviewed by multiple neuroscience laboratories and is now being used daily by thousands of people looking to escape financial pressure and create a life filled with freedom, travel, and opportunity. Due to growing attention, access to this information may not remain available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Another sign that you are moving closer to this season of abundance is the way your heart is becoming more open to gratitude, even for things that once seemed small or insignificant. This gratitude is not forced or artificial, but a natural response to recognizing that you are being cared for in ways that go beyond what you can see. When you begin to appreciate the present moment, it creates a foundation for greater blessings to flow into your life, because a grateful heart is always ready to receive more with humility and joy. There is also a gentle strengthening of your faith that is taking place, where you no longer feel the need to control every outcome or understand every detail, because you are learning to trust that God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should. This kind of faith does not remove all uncertainty, yet it gives you the courage to move forward without being held back by fear. It allows you to take steps that may not feel completely secure, yet are guided by a deep inner knowing that you are not walking alone. Type 1010 if you agree. You may find that your desires are becoming more aligned with a sense of purpose rather than personal gain, and this alignment is leading you toward goals that carry meaning beyond material success. While the idea of becoming a billionaire may still exist as a symbol of abundance, your understanding of it is deepening into something far more significant, where wealth becomes a tool for creating positive change and bringing light into the lives of others. This shift ensures that when blessings increase in your life, they are used in ways that reflect love, kindness, and compassion. There is also a quiet confidence growing within you that does not depend on external validation, because it is rooted in the understanding that your worth comes from God and not from the opinions or expectations of others. This confidence allows you to move forward with a sense of freedom, knowing that you are walking in a path that is uniquely designed for you. It removes the need to compare your journey with others, and it helps you focus on what truly matters in your own life. As you continue to move forward, there is a gentle reminder that every step you take, no matter how small it may seem, is part of a larger journey that is leading you toward a life filled with purpose, peace, and overflowing blessings. There is no need to rush or force anything, because everything that is meant for you is already being prepared and will arrive at the right time. Your role is to remain open, to continue trusting, and to walk with faith even when the path ahead is not fully clear. There is a sense of anticipation building within your spirit, not in a way that creates pressure or anxiety, but in a way that brings hope and quiet excitement for what is ahead. This anticipation is a sign that your heart is beginning to recognize that something beautiful is on the horizon, and that the journey you are on is leading you toward a future that is filled with light and possibility. Type 1212 to claim miracles. There is a noticeable change in how you see your past, because instead of viewing it as a collection of mistakes or missed opportunities, you are beginning to recognize it as a journey that has prepared you for what is ahead. Every moment, whether joyful or painful, has contributed to the strength, wisdom, and compassion that now lives within you, and this understanding is freeing you from the weight of regret. When you see your past through the lens of God's love, it becomes a source of growth rather than a source of sorrow, and this shift allows you to move forward without carrying unnecessary burden. You may also begin to feel a stronger connection to moments of silence and stillness, where your mind becomes calm and your heart feels at ease, because these are the spaces where God often speaks in the most gentle and reassuring ways. In these quiet moments, there is a sense of clarity that begins to form, guiding you toward decisions that reflect your true purpose rather than temporary desires. This connection to stillness is not a form of escape, but a way of grounding yourself in truth, allowing you to move through life with greater awareness and intention. There is also a growing awareness that the path you are walking may not always look like what others expect, and this realization is helping you release the need to fit into patterns that were never meant for you. Your journey is unique, and it is designed to reflect the specific purpose that God has placed within you, which means that it will not always follow familiar or predictable routes. This uniqueness is not something to question or resist, because it is a sign that you are being led in a direction that is perfectly suited to your life. Another sign that you are approaching this season of abundance is the way opportunities begin to appear in ways that feel natural and aligned, rather than forced or uncertain. These opportunities may start small, yet they carry a sense of rightness that is difficult to explain, as if they were placed in your path at exactly the right moment. When you step into these opportunities with faith and openness, they begin to grow and expand, leading you toward experiences that bring both growth and fulfillment. There is also a deepening sense of trust within you that allows you to move forward without needing constant reassurance, because you are beginning to understand that God's presence is steady and unwavering. This trust is not based on external proof, but on an inner knowing that you are being guided with care and intention. It allows you to face uncertainty with calmness, knowing that even when the path is not fully visible, you are still being led in the right direction. Type 999 if you trust Jesus. A little-known discovery hidden within leaked CIA research is generating worldwide attention. The technique takes only 7 seconds and is believed to place the brain into a powerful state linked to financial growth and success. Researchers from 4 neuroscience facilities reportedly observed unusual effects connected to this process. Since then, people have shared stories of unexpected income, dream vacations, luxury purchases, and opportunities they never thought possible. Awareness of this method remains limited, and the page revealing it could vanish without warning. Click the link in the description and comments below to see why interest is spreading so quickly. You may find that your heart is becoming more compassionate toward others, even in situations where you once felt judgment or frustration. And this compassion is a reflection of the love that is growing within you. As your heart expands in this way, it creates space for deeper connections and more meaningful relationships, allowing you to share kindness and understanding in ways that bring healing to those around you. This ability to love without condition is one of the most powerful forms of wealth, because it carries the essence of God's nature and spreads light wherever it goes. There is also a quiet confidence building within you that does not need to be announced or displayed, because it is rooted in a deep sense of security that comes from knowing who you are in God's eyes. This confidence allows you to walk with grace, making decisions that reflect your values and your purpose, rather than seeking approval from others. It gives you the freedom to be yourself fully, without fear of judgment or rejection. As you continue on this path, there is a gentle reminder that the blessings being prepared for you are not only for your own benefit, but for the purpose of creating positive change in the lives of others. The abundance that is coming into your life carries a responsibility, yet it is a responsibility filled with joy, because it allows you to be a source of hope, support, and encouragement for those who need it most. This understanding brings a sense of meaning to everything you are experiencing, connecting your personal journey to a larger purpose that extends beyond yourself. There is a growing sense of peace that accompanies this understanding, because you are beginning to see that your life is part of something greater, something that is guided by love and filled with intention. This peace allows you to move forward without fear, trusting that every step you take is leading you closer to a future that is both fulfilling and secure. It reminds you that you are not alone, and that God's presence is with you in every moment, guiding you toward a life that reflects His goodness and grace. You are being led into a season where your efforts, your faith, and your patience will begin to bear fruit in ways that are both visible and deeply satisfying, and this season will bring with it a sense of accomplishment that is grounded in purpose rather than pride. It will be a time where you see clearly how every step of your journey has contributed to where you are now, and how every experience has played a role in shaping the life you are stepping into. Type 222 if you walk by faith. There is a quiet strength developing within you that allows you to stand firm even when circumstances feel uncertain, and this strength is not built on your own ability, but on the steady presence of God guiding you through every step of your journey. You may notice that situations which once caused worry now feel less overwhelming, because there is a calm trust settling within your heart that everything is being handled with care and wisdom. This trust becomes a foundation that supports you, giving you the ability to move forward with confidence, even when the path is not fully revealed. You may also begin to recognize that the dreams and desires placed within your heart are not random, but carefully planted seeds that are meant to grow and flourish in the right season. These desires are often accompanied by a sense of peace and excitement, not because they are easy to achieve, but because they carry a deeper meaning that connects to your purpose. As you nurture these seeds with faith and patience, they begin to take shape in ways that align perfectly with the life God is preparing for you. Another sign that you are moving closer to this season of abundance is the way you are learning to let go of control, allowing things to unfold naturally without forcing outcomes or rushing the process. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but a reflection of deep trust in God's plan, and it creates space for blessings to enter your life in ways that are both unexpected and perfectly timed. When you release the need to control every detail, you open yourself to possibilities that go beyond what you could have imagined. There is also a growing sense of alignment between your actions and your values, where you begin to make choices that reflect your true self rather than external expectations. This alignment brings a sense of peace and clarity, allowing you to move forward without confusion or doubt. It helps you stay focused on what truly matters, ensuring that your journey remains grounded in purpose and guided by love. Type 1111 to receive miracles. You may find that your ability to remain patient during waiting seasons has increased, and this patience is not passive, but filled with quiet confidence that something meaningful is being prepared behind the scenes. Waiting no longer feels like a burden, but like a time of growth and strengthening, where your faith is being deepened and your perspective is being expanded. This shift in how you experience waiting is a powerful sign that you are becoming ready for what is ahead. There is also a noticeable increase in moments where you feel inspired to take action, even if the steps seem small or uncertain, and these moments are guiding you toward opportunities that are aligned with your purpose. These actions are not driven by pressure or fear, but by a gentle inner prompting that feels both natural and reassuring. As you follow these promptings, you begin to see how each step leads to the next, creating a path that unfolds with clarity and intention. Some are calling this one of the most remarkable wealth discoveries ever revealed. Newly uncovered CIA files describe a simple 7-second brainwave technique believed to help recondition the mind for prosperity and abundance. Supported by findings reportedly reviewed by 4 neuroscience research centers, this daily practice is attracting attention from people seeking financial breakthroughs. Many claim it helped them move from financial struggle to greater stability, freedom, and success. Information surrounding this technique is becoming harder to locate online. Click the link in the description and comments below before it is gone. You may also notice that your relationships are becoming more meaningful and supportive as you are drawn toward people who encourage your growth and share your values. These connections bring a sense of belonging and understanding, reminding you that you are not alone on this journey. At the same time, you may find it easier to release relationships that no longer align with your path, doing so with peace rather than resistance. There is a deepening awareness within you that true abundance is not only about what you receive, but also about what you give, and this awareness is shaping the way you approach your life. You are beginning to understand that the blessings coming into your life are meant to be shared, creating a cycle of giving and receiving that reflects the heart of God. This understanding brings a sense of joy and fulfillment that goes beyond material success, connecting you to a purpose that is both meaningful and lasting. As you continue to move forward, there is a quiet assurance that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when the details are not fully clear. This assurance allows you to release fear and embrace the journey with an open heart, trusting that each step is leading you closer to a life filled with purpose, peace, and abundance. Type Amen if you believe. There is a soft yet powerful shift happening in the way you view challenges, because instead of seeing them as obstacles, you are beginning to recognize them as stepping stones that are strengthening your character and preparing you for greater responsibilities. Each challenge carries a hidden lesson, and as you move through them with patience and faith, you are building a foundation that will support the blessings coming into your life. This change in perspective is a sign of growth, showing that your heart is becoming more aligned with God's wisdom and understanding. You may also notice that your focus is becoming more centered on long-term purpose rather than short-term satisfaction, and this shift is guiding your decisions in ways that reflect deeper clarity and intention. You are beginning to see the value in choosing what is meaningful over what is easy, and this choice is shaping a future that is grounded in stability and fulfillment. This kind of focus is not always simple to maintain, yet it brings a sense of direction that keeps you moving forward with confidence and peace. There is also a growing sense of courage within you, allowing you to take steps that once felt too uncertain or difficult, and this courage is not loud or forceful, but steady and calm, rooted in the trust that God is guiding you every step of the way. This courage enables you to move forward without being held back by fear, opening doors to opportunities that align with your purpose and bring growth into your life. Each step you take in courage becomes a building block for the future that is being prepared for you. Type 2020 if you trust in God. You may find that your ability to remain hopeful during uncertain moments has increased, and this hope is not dependent on circumstances, but on a deep inner knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. This hope becomes a source of strength, helping you remain positive and focused, even when things do not go as planned. It reminds you that there is always a greater plan at work, one that is filled with purpose and guided by love. There is also a quiet refinement happening within your character, where qualities such as patience, kindness, and humility are becoming more natural and consistent in your daily life. This refinement is preparing you to handle greater blessings with grace, ensuring that your heart remains grounded and aligned with God's purpose. It is a process that may feel subtle, yet it is deeply significant, shaping the person you are becoming and the life you are stepping into. You may also notice that your intuition is becoming stronger, guiding you toward decisions that feel right, even when they cannot be fully explained. This inner guidance is a reflection of your growing connection with God, allowing you to navigate your path with confidence and clarity. It helps you recognize opportunities and avoid distractions, keeping you aligned with your purpose and moving steadily toward your future. There is a growing awareness that the abundance being prepared for you is not only about personal gain, but about creating a life that reflects God's love and brings light into the lives of others. This understanding brings a sense of meaning to everything you are experiencing, connecting your journey to something greater than yourself. It reminds you that the blessings you receive are meant to be shared, creating a ripple effect of goodness and kindness that extends far beyond your own life. As you continue to move forward, there is a gentle reminder that every moment, every experience, and every step you take is part of a larger story that is unfolding with care and intention. There is no part of your journey that is wasted, because everything is contributing to the life you are building and the person you are becoming.